I'm gonna explain exactly why you don't have a craving problem, you have a hunger problem, and there's a big difference. So let me go ahead and explain exactly what I'm talking about here. So let's say that you have a sweet tooth or you like to crave salty foods, whatever it is. I personally always have a sweet tooth. The thing is that you don't have a cravings problem if your goal is weight loss, you have a hunger problem because you can actually fit in the foods that you're craving, but the only reason that you're not able to is because you're overeating calories, not food, but calories. And there is a difference. So the thing is, you can eat, and I don't want to hear healthy or non healthy. You can eat, your calories super, super quick and hit your calorie limit and not even be full. And that will cause you to overeat like crazy. So let's say your calorie limit is 2,300 to lose weight. That's your calorie deficit number. And you eat 2,300 calories in 2 meals and it wasn't filling. Let's say it was a salad, that was 900 calories, and then you had three slices of pizza, that was like 1,500, whatever it is, right? And now you're eating even more calories. So now you're at 3,000, 4,000 for the day because you're not even, full. You're genuinely hungry. And so the other way, you can also be able to stack low calorie, high protein foods and drinks. And let's say your calories, same thing, 2,300, but now you've had 10, foods or drinks, and they're all, low calorie, high protein. They're all, 300 to 500 calories or less, and they got 30 to 50 grams of protein in each. And, you're full, and then you'll be able to fit your cravings in because weight loss, it doesn't matter if you eat, junk food or healthy food. The thing is that you want to obviously eat healthier foods, and then, cram in a little bit of unhealthy to make it sustainable. Like they did a study a long time ago debunking the whole junk food thing. Someone ate literally only Twinkies, a Twinkie diet, and they documented the whole process and they still lost weight all from a calorie deficit. Now, if you're not lifting and you're not hitting your protein, then obviously you're not going to look that good. And do you think you're going to feel that good if you're eating only Twinkies? Probably not. And so you want to have the best of both worlds. How can I literally have my cake and eat it too? And so you want to stack as many high protein, low calorie foods that you can. Hit your protein goal. So hit around your goal body weight. If you want to be, 180 pounds, hit around 150 to 180 grams or more. And once you've hit that protein goal, then I would recommend that you actually, spend your calories if you have enough on your limit to, focus on the foods that you genuinely enjoy. It doesn't have to be healthy or unhealthy. It can be foods that you genuinely were craving and wanted to eat. And so for me, I always have a sweet tooth, and like I'll end the night with, a little bag of cookies, like a little bag of Chips Ahoy. And I don't get the big bags because that's where you binge. You want to get the small packages and just take them. Maybe grab two. Some of those, little cookies or little chips will be 150 calories per bag. So if you grab two of those, 300 calories of cookies I'm ending the night on, and I'm full from the protein. So you're literally going to bed full and you're satisfying your cravings. And that's the key to weight loss. Why? Because it's so sustainable. If you're going to bed hungry, genuinely hungry, your stomach's growling, you feel like it's empty inside, do you think you're going to be able to stick to that diet? Absolutely not. Yeah, and I know because I've really tried. I tried before I found this method. I was doing it for years and I was going up and down and up and down. And this is how me and my clients are able to get insane results. They go to bed full. My client Junior lost 27 pounds in 2 months, and he literally said every single day doesn't feel like a diet because I go to bed full. And what did he do? He stacked low calorie, high protein foods. He was hitting his protein goal consistently, and he was still fitting in foods that he loved. I remember he was sent me a picture. He was eating, a double quarter pounder. And this was not a cheat day, a once in a blue moon cheat day. It was like you could have cheat days literally every day if you want to. Because the thing is like, as crazy as that sounds, the healthiest thing that you could do for yourself is lose weight if you're overweight and get to your natural lean body weight. And that's the healthiest thing that you can do for yourself. I see so many people that are overweight and they are, so focused on eating only healthy foods and they're still going way over their calories. And so you want to, fight the things that are going to move the needle first. When you're at your goal body weight, it's so much easier to start, eating healthier foods. And I'm not saying your whole diet has to be unhealthy. I'm just saying you should fit in foods that you genuinely love. Don't restrict everything, because what's going to happen? You're going to end up binging and restarting the whole process all over again. My client Jagan, a few years back, he's one of the pickiest eaters I've ever met, right? And this person, he did not want to track calories at all. He didn't want to track calories. I told him it's just temporary. Do it in the beginning so you can build awareness and see how much you're overeating calories. And, speaking of being picky, he eats out all the time. He loves fast food, stuff like that. This guy literally, not only has he lost 30 pounds, he's lost over 30 pounds. He's kept all the weight off since. We don't even work together anymore. He doesn't track a single calorie to this day. We're still in touch, obviously, and things like that. But he was able to do all of this, and I would check his meal logs, and he literally was eating, Taco Bell, pizza, pasta, spaghetti, hot Cheetos, all the foods that he loves, and he didn't cut them out. And that was the best sustainable route for him because he was already a picky eater. If he was switched to fish, broccoli, rice only, he would never have lost the weight. And so the fact that, now he's trying more foods and he's trying to be a bit healthier with it. But guess what? It's so much easier to try to eat healthier when you're at your natural body weight than when you're bigger and you're like, okay, let's go from this way of eating to completely cold turkey. And so this is the approach that you can use. You can steal it from me. And I promise that you will completely change the way that you see, losing weight. It doesn't have to be miserable. I promise if you're going to bed full, that's going to be the key to success. If you're not going to bed full, then you have to ask yourself, what is going on? Take a look at your logs and you'll realize really quick, I am overeating my calories and I'm not even giving myself a chance to be full and to actually stick to this weight loss journey. And so that's everything for today's video. Check the description on my platforms, Facebook and Instagram. You can see my results and you can see my daily operations on my stories and everything like that.